Hi, this is Dr. Greg Gillum with Human Fusion, and this is part 3 of why your meetings stink. And some of them probably do, let's be honest. This particular strategy that the author recommends is on preparation. In the last video, we looked at assessment. Now we're going to look at preparation. He argues in the article that few of us would question the notion that presentations or important client work would involve preparation. Why don't we spend time preparing for staff meetings or other routine meetings? I think we should. And here's my favorite line in the entire article. This is one of the big take-homes for me, at least, is when you're a steward of other people's time, you owe it to them to make some modest upfront investment. You owe it to them. As a manager, I think that's really good. I think that's brilliant. So the first strategy here under preparation is to know why you're having the meeting. Your meetings should have defined goals. And so if you don't have a clear mission, if you don't have a list of agenda items that you want to accomplish, then you should probably cancel the meeting. In fact, when you print out the agenda, you should probably list the goals of the meeting at the top. And that way, at least it forces you to at least think about what the goals of the meeting are. All right, so number 2 is then to decide who should be in the meeting. So we've all heard that before. We very rarely think about that, but to think about the key decision makers, to think about the stakeholders, to think about the influencers of some of the decisions that might be made at the meeting. Think through those people and make sure the right people are at the meeting. You might also consider a timed agenda. So I'm not talking about it starts at 2 and ends at 3. I'm talking about every single agenda item needs to be timed. That way you can stay on track. The third recommendation is to focus then on time and place. And the idea here is to mix it up. If you always are in the same room at the same hour with the same general setup, then mix it up. Kind of break the wheel, if you will. Introduce variety into it. Have it in a different room. Have your meeting in a different room. Have it in the morning instead of the afternoon. Have non-traditional time blocks. So instead of a standard hour meeting, have 45-minute meetings or 15-minute meetings or whatever it might be. Just mix it up. Change the seating arrangements. Don't let anyone sit in the same seat every week. Very simple, but it mixes it up. It gives people a different perspective, even if it's from just sitting in a different seat. Have a walking meeting. So literally get up and walk around as you're meeting. Now, this can't be done with a huge group, but if you have a smaller group, you can do this. Or just, if you can't do that, then just stand up. And so instead of sitting at meetings, just have a standing meeting, especially if that meeting can be short. Now, for high-stakes meetings, your preparation should be even more. In fact, the article goes on to recommend what's called a pre-mortem, which means that you can imagine every single contingency that could go wrong. Let's pretend like it did go wrong, and then backtrack and think of what actually happened to make the meeting go off the rails, and then put things in place, contingency plans that will make you not go off the rails on those particular areas. So preparation being a very important strategy for running effective meetings. In the next video, we're going to talk about facilitation as a strategy for running effective meetings. I hope this has helped. If you like these types of management videos, please subscribe to Human Fusion, turn on your notifications, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest management trends. Thank you for watching. Take care.